It is said that Sheikh Abdullah, watching the alarming turn of the events in the subcontinent, realizing that for the survival of the region there was an urgent need to stop pursuing confrontational politics and promoting solution of issues by a process reconciliation of dialogue. Critics of the Sheikh uphold the view that they gave up the cherished goal of plebiscite for gaining chief minister's chair. He started talk with the then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi for normalizing the situation in the region and came to an accord with her Accord 1975 Indira Sheikh Accord by giving up the demand for a plebiscite in lieu of the peoples being given the right to self-rule of the democratically elected government as a envisaged under Article 370 of the Constitution of the Indian, rather than the puppet government which is said to have ruled the state until then. Sheikh Abdullah revived the National Conference and Mirza Afzal Beg plebiscite front was dissolved in the NC. Sheikh assumes the position of his Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir again after 11 years later in 1977. The central government and the ruling Congress party withdraw its supports so that the state assembly had to dissolve and mid-election called Sheikh Party National Conference won a majority 47 out of 74 seats. In subsequent election on the pledge to restore Jammu and Kashmir autonomy and Sheikh Abdullah was re-elected as a chief minister. The 1977 assembly election is regarded as a first and free and fair election in the Jammu and Kashmir states. He renamed as Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir until his death in 1982. Later, his eldest son Farooq Abdullah succeeded him as Chief Minister of the state. During the 1983 assembly election, Indira Gandhi campaigned aggressively, raising the bogey of the Muslim invasion in the Jammu region because of the resettlement bill passed by then NC government, which was gave Kashmiris who left for Pakistan between 1947 and 1954 the rights to return, reclaim their properties and resettle. On the other hand, Farooq Abdullah allied with the Mirwais Maulvi Muhammad Farooq for the election and charged that the state autonomy had been eroded by the successive Congress party government. The strategies yielding dividend and the Congress won 26 seats while the NC secured 46, bearing an odd constituencies. All victories of the Congress were in the Jammu and Kashmir Ladakh region while NC swept the Kashmir Valley. This election is said to have commented in the political polarization of religious lines in the Jammu and Kashmir states. After the results of the 1983 election, the Hindu nationalists in the state were demanded stricter central government control over the state, whereas Kashmiri Muslims wanted to preserve the state's autonomy. Islam fundamentalist groups clamored for a plebiscite. Maulvi Farooq challenged the contention that there was no longer a dispute on Kashmir. He said that the people's movement for plebiscite would not die, even though India thought it died when Sheikh Abdullah died. In 1983, learned men of Kashmiri politics testified that Kashmiris had always wanted to be independent, but the more serious-minded among them also realized that this is not possible considering Kashmiri's size and borders. According to the historian Mirdu Rai, for 3 decades, Delhi handpicked politicians in Kashmir had supported the state's accession to India. In return for generous disbursement from Delhi, Rai stated that the state elections were conducted in Jammu and Kashmir but accepted by the 1977-1983 election. No state election was fair. Kashmir Pandit activist Prem Nath Azad wrote that if free elections were held, the majority of seats would be won by those not friendly to India.